On October 1, 2022, Dr. Swaminathan was the guest speaker at an event hosted by Ghazala Alam at the Bolingbrook Chamber of Commerce, 201 Canterbury Lane, Bolingbrook, Illinois. Ghazala had invited Dr. Swaminathan on her podcast, The Ebb and Flow of Life, which is a project she is doing for one of the paths for Toastmasters. The topic of discussion was depression. Dr. Swaminathan is a retired chair of psychiatry at Advocate Illinois Masonic Medical Center and a clinical professor of psychiatry at the University of Illinois, Chicago. Dr. Swaminathan is currently in the leadership of the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, Chicago, and the Kennedy Forum, both dedicated to eradicating the stigma of mental illness. This podcast resonated with the audience on a deep level, and she invited Dr. Swaminathan to come and speak in front of a live audience, followed by a Q&A session. Ghazala is a member of the Bolingbrook Chamber of Commerce Toastmasters Club and invited the president of the club, Marti Barton, the VP of Education J. Parazzu, and the Sergeant-at-Arms and Secretary of the club Grace Tucker to attend the event. Maliagos welcomed and greeted the guests. Here are some glimpses of the social hour. The late morning sun bathed the room in its warm light. It lightened up everyone's mood. The group size was small, but as you can see, folks thoroughly enjoyed reconnecting after months. It was a fun-filled afternoon with scrumptious snacks and hot tea. Meeting friends after almost a year were the perfect parts of an afternoon truly well spent. Ghazala said that she has organized numerous events over the last 35 years, that she has been involved in community work. Here we are cultivating a sense of community. This is a valuable way for us to get to know people and find resources. She says that she would like every event to be unique and memorable for her guests. Together we are creating a remarkable experience. Ghazala welcomed the guests and introduced Marti Barton, president of the Bolingbrook Area Chamber of Commerce Toastmasters Club. Here is Marty, introducing J. Parazzu, VP of Education, and Grace Tucker, Secretary and Sergeant of Arms. Marty spoke about the Toastmasters organization, how it helps an individual strengthen one's communication and leadership skills. She also briefly touched on the Pathways learning experience and interactive and flexible education program. Grace Tucker spoke about her experiences of being a first-generation immigrant. Her speech was very well received by the audience. It was time now for the guest speaker, Dr. Shastri Swaminathan. The topic was depression. He told us why we be even talking about depression? Can anyone get depressed, or are some people just more prone? Why is that people are so reluctant to talk about depression? What causes depression? Apart from the obvious, like losing a loved one and other catastrophic life events? Everyone feels blue at some point in their life, or even really sad. How can we tell it's not just a bad day or even a bad week that a person has an illness? Dr. Swaminathan's presentation was insightful and impressive. After concluding his remarks and acknowledging the applause modestly, Dr. Swaminathan introduced the question and answer session. This provided a more personal experience for the guests. Some listeners had a question to ask while others had a valuable comment to make. Ghazala feels that these kind of events are an excellent way to learn more about mental health issues and common interventions. Working directly with mental health professionals, she says, has helped her share safe and credible content. Thank you for making this event successful. Your support has helped me to continue to expand my mission to provide the community the resources and education that women in our community need to thrive. Probably, the most important thing you need to do after the event is ask for feedback from your guests. It's the fuel you'll need to improve your future events, and it is a way to maintain a connection with the audience. It also indicates how much value your event brought to the attendees. The feedback that was received after the event was very positive. On behalf of all the guests and Ghazala, thank you Dr. Swaminathan, Marty, Grace and Jay for attending this event. Ghazala says that she hopes to see you again at the upcoming event/workshop. If you are interested in our future events or would like to take part in their podcast The Ebb and Flow of Life, please contact her. Information is given in the description below.